Good Monday. I hope you're having a good day. It's a little bit later in the day than I usually do this. We had a men's retreat this weekend. It was just really good. It was just fun. 15 men went to the funny farm. I'm grateful to my sister for allowing us to use her farm. And it was just good, powerful, fun, spiritual, emotional, and so it was just good. But it kind of set me behind for the whole week at getting things done. I got home kind of late last night. So it's Monday, and on Monday I do a quick little video encouraging you to think about some particular topic through the course of the week, and then that week we follow that. This week is dictated, quite honestly, by the blog that drops on Wednesday. And it is an interview I did, shameless plug here, with my son, Jacob. Jacob is a good thinker. Both my boys are good thinkers. And Jacob is 35. So the blog is about how to think like a millennial. And it was, quite honestly, it was interesting for me. I learned a lot about the fact that Jacob and I think a lot alike about some things, but very different about many, many things. Not just what we think about, but the way we think. And so that's the theme for the week, and that's really the topic for this quick little video. I want to encourage you, a phrase that I use a lot that I think Joyce Myers used. I want to encourage you to think about what you think about. And maybe even more than that, to think about how you think about what you think about. How we think, what we think, how we think is vitally important in dictating all the rest of our lives. Proverbs 23, verse 7, the writer of the wisdom literature said, "As a man thinks, so he is." Now, I have taken that for years to mean that kind of what he thinks about, the direction of his thoughts, the things that he focuses on, that's the way he is. And I think that's true. But I also think it means as a man thinks, the way a person thinks. If you spend time in thinking, if you work hard at thinking, if you make your thinking good, then your life is better. So as a man thinks. So 5 things I want to share with you very quickly about thinking, about good thinking, not just thinking, but good thinking. The first one is this: good thinking is hard work. I can just think. I have thoughts. If you want to know my opinions, I have opinions about everything. I think about everything. Sometimes I think too much. Sometimes I overthink. We use those phrases. You overthink. You're thinking too much. But good thinking is hard work. It takes some effort. It takes some discipline. It takes turning toward. It's not just the first thought that pops into my mind. Quite honestly, the first thoughts that pop into my mind are almost never good thinking. So good thinking takes a little bit of work. It takes intentionality. The second thing is good thinking takes focus. I don't naturally think good. I don't naturally do that. I'm all over the place. That squirrel kind of thing of people with ADHD. Boy, that is fully me. I was speaking to the men this week using my tablet, and I get texts pop up on my tablet. We were in an important part of the week and talking about some serious things, and all of a sudden this text popped up, and I said, "Jackson just hit a home run." Dorset sent me a text. Good thinking takes focus. It takes time and being quiet and not multitasking. Setting. I want to think through this. I want to think about this. Here's a third thing. Good thinking is flexible. Good thinking is not about being right or even coming up with the right answer. It is about being open to the possibility. It is about engaging in conversations. It's about being willing to learn and willing to say, "I didn't know that," or I was wrong about that. Good thinking is flexible. It takes some willingness to engage, to look at things from all points of view, and to say, "Wow, I had not thought about it that way." Good thinking requires the entire self. Good thinking is more than something that happens just in the 6 inches between my ears. There are some phrases that I think about. One of them is, I just feel it in my gut. I just feel it in my gut. I know it in my heart. It's deep in my bones. Even in our colloquialisms, even in our phrases, we understand that thinking involves the whole self. It involves music and art and walking and friendships and good meals, and thinking over a good meal with a friend helps me to bring them out. So good thinking requires the whole self, the whole person. And then finally this, and I think I have to say this, I should have said it first maybe, good thinking is God-based. It begins with, there is a God. It's not me. There is a God, and he is good. Good thinking starts there. And if I don't understand this, if it doesn't make sense, if that doesn't seem to line up, then I go back to that, and I keep rethinking and rethinking until I can come to grips with that. God has given us an amazing ability to be like him when we do good thinking. And this week, I encourage you to spend a little bit of time thinking about what you think about, thinking about how you think about what you think about, and trying to do some good thinking. There'll be a little quote every day. There'll be a podcast in the middle of the week. There'll be a blog at the end of the week. I think I missed it last Friday, but when I think about good things, I often think about you. So thanks for being a part of this, allowing me to talk to you. Have a blessed rest of the week.